In the Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies offense going to get the chance to start this game off. The last time these two met, it was Washington clipping the wings of the Ducks by just enough.
They did just enough to get it done. Handle the moment well, handle the pressure well. When you think about the Ducks, they put a lot of pressure on you. And this game means a lot. We've seen Washington have some success in this rivalry, and last year, Jesse, they just eked it out.
Yeah, it's not like Washington is looking at Ohio State and Michigan and Penn State only. They still remember how important this game is and how tough this game is to win after all the years they've been playing Oregon in this storied rivalry. That was a tremendous win by them the last time out. They're going to have to be dialed in this one.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll sneak it. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the single running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll try the run. Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
On the move. Got enough for the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Huskies back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Makes the catch. It's Valentine. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's a draw. All down
talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy. He can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Oregon Ducks offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man down the middle. Here he goes. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry up. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it. It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground. Bad job by the offense securing the football.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Using the quick game. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. A little release to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal for the offense. Corners are walked up tight. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's the first down for the offense.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take the stats. Receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Well, jet sweep pass. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. Spins away from the defense. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
To the left. And his throw is incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rourke. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had him. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21 to 14. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ducks ready to go back. back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense looks like they're coming. Pulls and fires complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Scanning the field, it's Rourke. Throws to the wideout. Rolls it in. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball.
Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
This time he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
And the Huskies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. A run for the quarterback. Got a first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Listen, the big hog mollies up front, the big offensive line paved the way for a big first down.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. works the middle of the field.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Off the play fake. Boom. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the air, it's Rourke. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback.
Turning it on! And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Now on the move. Breaks the tackle.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Get it out on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Now they'll run the draw. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Huskies are in the hurry up. He's looking to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. They'll immediately call timeout.
When you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. This quarterback part of their running game. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Caught in the backfield, it's Valentine. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, they wait all year for this game, and the Ducks and Huskies could just give us one fun finish today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. Still 2 quarters to go in this one between UW and Oregon, a treasured rivalry in both Seattle and Eugene.
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Touchdown, Washington. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay. And he did right there with that pick 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Boise State is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 07 season where this program ran the Statue of Liberty play to win the Fiesta Bowl. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. They're trailing by 10 to Utah State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Rourke. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Ducks want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Pope. Touchdown, Ducks! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right at the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
On fourth down, going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Back to pass, it's Rourke. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab down the left side. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Nicholson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Trying play action. The sweet feet buy a little time. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 40. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Rourke. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. DB's right up on the receivers. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Poe. And they'll... At the 45, that's good enough for a 1st down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. That's caught. It's Nicholson. Breaks into the open. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The Ducks have it with a first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. All wideouts, no backs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback will keep it. Looking for room at the 25. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Washington right back to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going to...
There he goes! Past the first down marker and still running. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Huskies will snap it on 1st and 10. Calls his own number. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
He'll take it himself. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. A designed run for the quarterback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. He's looking to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Snagged out of the air. And he strides his end zone. Touchdown, Washington! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at. Looking
to throw, it's Rourke. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll move the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third down, he drops to throw. Got a man. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Back to throw, it's Rourke. Under fire. Oh, he makes the catch. No chance to run, but still a good game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Ducks will punt this one away.
Number 13, on to punt it away.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. That's reeled in. It's Valentine. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Got it looking for a first. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep.
This quarterback looks in complete control, not flustered, end-of-the-game situation, connecting on his passes. Nice job of knowing his answers. Got to keep this rolling here to try to make this thing interesting.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Using his feet. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked in what this defense is trying to do.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Huskies! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. Just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, but we've got less than a minute to go here. We've got to be more aggressive. We got to take some shots and put some pressure on the defense.
Leaves it with the back. Makes it past the marker. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
We'll get it started here in overtime. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. They strike first here in overtime. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Back to throw, it's Rourke. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2, taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright, got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Four-down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that.
Going for it all. It's incomplete, and that's going to do it. A 4th down stop seals it in overtime. It is steeped in animosity and laced in bitterness, and in this one, it is crowned with victory for Washington as the Huskies take down the Ducks. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.